We're with CoasterFurs. We've been on many of your products and enjoy them. What is your actual favorite product that you've helped in the process of?
Okay, well, first I'll introduce myself real quick, if that's all right. Yeah, I'm Preston Perkes with S&S Worldwide. I'm the Executive Director of Administration with S&S. So, your question is, what are some of my favorite products? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Well,
that you've been involved in.
Sure. Well, in the last year, we've had two major coasters open up. That would be Steel Curtain in Kennywood and Max Force and Six Flags in Great America. Those two rides have been phenomenal for our company in that we have two of the biggest coasters that we've put out in the United States for us. You know, with Steel Curtain being 4,000 feet long, it was really one of the longest coasters we've done, and breaking some of the records with 9 inversions in the United States. The highest inversion in the world has been a phenomenal thing for us, and being able to collaborate with Kennywood, the Pittsburgh Steelers, has been a great and fun project for us to do. And then with Max Force, like we've talked about with others, is Max Force was our opportunity to put our air launch coasters out in the United States.
Back on the map.
Right, I mean, really, we had air launch coasters out in Asia and China, and no one, or not many people, had the opportunity to go out and ride those coasters. And, you know, now we have one in the United States that was the fastest acceleration, and now people that are around here have the opportunity to go ride those, and other customers have the opportunity to ride those.
I mean, back in the days of Hypersonic XLC, I mean, that is quite the difference in the track design, the train design, everything. I would have to say, honestly, seeing the new style y'all going with from most of the ones in Asia have the 4 across seating. What was the prompt on the 2 across seating?
That was really just collaborating with our customers. So, you know, we like to do things that match our customers' wants and desires. We did talk about 4 cross seating on both of those coasters. In reality, they wanted to have a 2x2 type seating on those. So we were glad to accommodate those requests and change the vehicle design so that it met, you know, what the customer wanted.
Okay. Now, with that also being said, in the original concept for Max Force, they had a 3-car train. Now it's a 4-car train. Was that the park also deciding that, or?
Well, with Max Force, it was really about the number of passengers. So they have 24 passengers on that coaster. So really, they have 6 4-passenger coaches on per train, and they have 2 trains on that ride.
And in the design work of the elements, I mean, they're very flowy looking. And a lot of the enthusiasts that I've talked to, they say the last element on it is very strange because you dip to the side, you hold to the side, and then move the opposite way. You just enter the rollover.
Yeah.
That was a very interesting thing, and like I guess they call it the banana roll and all that on some of the coasters. That was implemented also on Steel Curtain as well. As far as that element goes, I mean, how many years did it take to develop like just the idea of how they banked them?
You know, we've worked with Kennywood on different proposals and layouts for quite a few years. As far as that layout in particular, we collaborate and work with Joe Drays from Ride Centerline, and Joe collaborated with our team to identify exactly what that layout was going to be. We're really given a space to work with. We're given requirements by the park as far as the type of ride they want, and then it's up to us to really come up with what we did. So that ride, as far as S&S's ride, you'll note that as they go through the different elements, we transition very quickly from element to element. We don't waste any time or space on that ride. A little bit more aggressive than you might see on other rides or other custom rides.
It is a very long layout when you consider the footprint. And I mean, how many years were you working with Kennywood on that?
I think we were about 1.5 to 2 years on working with them until we actually finalized what we wanted to do with that layout.
Is that, I mean, the layout, it almost reminds me of the old Aero Drakenfire with the first inversion off of it. That to me, as an enthusiast for being at a young age, that actually is a very interesting element to bring back, the dipping corkscrew. And for me, as a fan of that element, I was ecstatic to see that come back.
Yeah, well, as far as those elements, you know, we try and figure out what's the best space we have to work with. You know, that ride goes on top of each other quite a bit as far as it has a big tower structure with lots happening underneath it. So it is really just about maximizing the space and getting in the transitions on that ride with the creativity of Joe Drays putting it together.
As far as the tower type rides you've made, I mean, is the most recent one is at the Hershey Park, correct? Or have they come up with a few new ones since then?
Oh, we have quite a few towers and things that we've done since then. You might not know about them, or they have gone internationally for the most part.
Okay.
Domestically, the latest opening of a tower was at American Dream. That was our rotating tower that's there. That was the latest one that's been open in the United States.
Now, dipping further into the company, I don't know when there was the merger with, I guess, the Sansei group. When y'all collaborated, was it more of it was a mutual thing, right?
So as far as Sansei Technology.
Oh, Sansei.
Yep.
Okay, Sansei.
That's okay. It's a common misunderstanding. So
Okay.
Sansei Technologies acquired S&S and actually acquired all the rights to us in 2012.
So that was a long time ago.
Yeah. So they own our company. They are the fully ownership. We run independent of them while they are our owners. We do collaborate on projects. We do a lot of projects with them in Japan when they need our assistance. And we also collaborate with them. They have a couple individuals that are in our factory and in our engineering team that participate with us and work closely with us.
Okay. Now, also, with the factory in the U.S., y'all come up with a lot of prototypes, it seems, ever since like the Free Fly. You had the Free Fly X at one point, which was, I guess they showed that off at Knott's a couple times as a picture. With the, when you have rides like the Axis, the middle model sitting outside, how long does it take you guys to come up with a new concept or a new idea?
Sure. Well, it's not really a defined timeline. Different coasters have different timelines based on our financial goals, our plans. We do like to, be continuously developing new products.
Innovations.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that's one of our missions is to create new and exciting products for our customers and for the amusement industry to experience. So that is something we're consistently trying to do. As far as a big prototype like you're seeing, that's usually happening maybe every 3 years. The reason we do a prototype is because it's an idea that we need to actually prove a concept. If it's just another variation of what we have, and we don't think it's something that necessarily needs to be tested, we won't do it. So, the example of Axis, that was something that from conceptual idea to prototype, it was about a 3-year process.
It seems like quite a while, but the investment, from my personal perspective, that's going to pay off big because it's something we haven't seen in, I don't think, ever yet.
Yeah, we sure hope so. That's why we do that, is to be able to come up with those ideas that our customers are going to want to put out there and give the amusement industry an opportunity to ride. So, yeah, we sure hope that we can let some of those rides out in the world because, yeah, it was to do a ride like that, that's not just something that is just something we do every day. It is a massive investment for us. We put a lot of time, a lot of money into that. So that we can prove the concept and give our customers actually something to come out and experience and ride.
Well, hopefully my business partner and I are able to come out and see that in person because we were actually offered an invite by one of your other representatives.
Great.
Around April to see it.
Cool.
I look forward to that because the innovation, like I said, behind everything y'all do is just amazing. I'm looking forward to the future. And speaking of the future, where do y'all see your innovations going in the next few years?
Well, it's a hard question to answer. I mean, releasing Axis, which I would consider one of the most innovative rides,
Groundbreaking.
as far as a roller coaster and what it does, is something that we just barely released. On October 31st, we finished our commissioning, our testing, our validation, and so right now we're still in the validation stage. We're modifying some things on the vehicle to say, all right, what if you take the dampening out? We take out this much dampening. What does it do? Does it match our models? Does it do what we anticipate? So there's still quite a bit of testing. We know the ride does what we want. We don't need to change the ride.
Right?
Well, it's more about, what if we do these things? Let's make sure the vehicle does everything that we predict. Let's take out these certain things and do this offloaded weight and do this test and do this speed and make sure that it does everything. Because we want to be able to provide a ride that is really doing exactly what we want to do to a customer. we really are confident we've done that, but we still want to do more testing and validation to make sure we confirm all the parts and pieces to it.
And now, as I see it, I mean, that can be, in one of the videos I watched, I guess it talks about the versatility of loading, either inverted or above track. There's all the different things it can do. It can be a family ride, it can be an extreme ride. That is like the cornerstone of the market is innovation, as you said. That is, it just looks amazing to me. And I'm honestly looking forward to seeing what the future holds with S&S, because y'all are groundbreaking.
Yeah, I think if you look at our rides, they're not just your traditional ride. They're very unique, innovative, different, unique. That's what things that we want to do. So, yeah, I would consider us to continue to, like I said, developing products is a core thing that we want to continue to do. So, following up with Axis, I'm sure there'll be other things we come up with. We're continuing to try and think of those things, and maybe in 3 years we'll have another amazing, different idea out there. We'll see.
I sure hope so. I think that about wraps it up. Like I said, I wanted to thank you for helping us with this interview.
Yeah.
And hope you enjoy the rest of the con here. I mean, as many people are as here, it's just been an amazing experience.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the show too.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks guys.